Welcome to Daytime Ottawa here on Rogers TV on this Friday. Oh, it is, you know, the temperatures are going down a little bit. Everyone's starting to wonder, when is the first snowfall? Well, don't wonder, because we already had the first snowfall. That's why we're going to talk a little comfort food on the show today. And it is time for another edition of Pelican Fish Tips with our good friend. Oh, there's the logo right there. Ben Baird is the executive chef at the Pelican Seafood Market and Grill. He joins us again here on the show, and we're going to try something a little bit different. So you came up with the concept, hey Derick, why don't we ask the viewers what type of fish or seafood they're having trouble preparing? Exactly. And so I said to you, I love that idea, we're going to do that, but I have trouble myself with, in particular, basa and tilapia. And you said, forget about the basa, let's talk tilapia, because it's a more sustainable fish. And I think, for me, I really do think probably the issue is I haven't been preparing it properly. Let's talk about tilapia in general off the top, Ben.
For sure. Well, that's our second segment today, Derek.
Okay, that's our second.
But
all right, gotcha.
We'll come back to lots of good stuff about tilapia.
Okay.
I thought for the first clip we'd do something comforting. Like you said, it snowed on Monday. I was driving, brushing snow off my car, driving to work. Not while I was driving to work, before I drove.
Yeah, of course, yes.
And I thought, like, let's do fish stew this week. Like, something warm, comforting. It's a really quick meal, and a few tips I'll give you to make it even faster, so that you can have that dinner for the family in like 5 minutes. But the first thing you got to get started is we got to make our stew base. Okay. And this is what you can do in advance. The first step. All right. Adding the fish is what you can do kind of night you get home. Warm up the fish base, the stew base, and then we add our fresh fish. Okay. And then we're off to the races.
Sounds great.
So I've got a pot here. We're going to start with a little bit of butter, because I can't come to daytime without butter. Of course. And then we add a little oil to stop it from burning, because my pan is a little hot.
Is it? Are you sure?
We're going to see if you can see through the smoke cloud. Now that's only on like 2.
I don't know what.
Maybe 2 is high.
Maybe 2 is high. I don't know.
So we're going to heavily fry our leeks.
Let's hope the smoke alarm doesn't go off.
Seriously. Sorry, but note to self, don't preheat the
Can you open the door over there? I'm not even kidding, just in case.
We're going to...
Because, oh, there you go. Kevin's got it. All right. So make sure your pot isn't on high when you first get things started. I should have warned you, though, because people don't, when you use a stove in somebody else's kitchen,
you never know.
You just never know.
So I'm on a low heat right now.
Okay.
But it's acting like a high heat.
All right.
Anyway, I put some leeks in here. Butter, oil. I added some fresh chopped tomatoes and some red peppers, because I wanted to cool the pan down really quickly. Gotcha. And we're just going to saute these out. Not a long process, and I did take a few cheats. Okay. Because I want you to eat today, and I don't want you to eat a raw potato. Right. So what I did was I have some carrot, some potato, and some fennel bulb, which I steamed off at the restaurant before I came over here. Okay. But you wouldn't do that at home. Right. So you would just kind of take
You could just throw these in raw in here, is what you're saying.
Put our fennel in, that's raw.
Gotcha.
Then I pre-roasted some raw carrot. Basically, it's our mirepoix. Everybody needs vegetables in their lives. Agreed. And then we're going to add some potatoes.
This is a great way to do it, right? Because 100%. I think oftentimes we kind of get bored of doing the side vegetable. We do the same thing. We steam it, throw some butter on it, and we're, you know.
So this is a 1 pound wonder.
Yes, that's another good thing. Agreed.
Exactly. Yeah. Not a lot of dishes. We're going to add a little bit of garlic. Okay. For flavor. And then our spices. A couple bay leaves. Some dried tarragon, a little bit of paprika. Okay. About a teaspoon of each. Stir it around.
There. Now we can see. Look at that. The fog is gone. Exactly. Look at that. Look at the beautiful colors in that pot there.
Whew, and the fire alarm didn't go off.
And the fire alarm didn't
That was close. It wouldn't be the first time I've set off a fire alarm.
Really? Okay.
A little bit of saffron, just a pinch. Yep. Most expensive food ingredient you can find, but really
it is.
You will
100%.
Taste that difference as it comes out.
And if you are looking for it, and at an affordable rate, I did find it at Adonis.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a great spot for spices if anyone's looking for spices.
We do sell it at Pelican as well.
Do you?
You can buy saffron in a lot of places these days.
Can you? Okay.
Yeah. Like everything, we season, salt and pepper. And I added about 2 tablespoons of tomato paste while you were talking about saffron there. Okay. So then we're gonna add a little white wine, and then fish stock. Again, Pelican, we make, I don't know, 50, 80, 100 liters of fish stock a day.
I could imagine.
And we sell it frozen, keep it in your freezer, melt it in a pan. So fish stock, this is our stew base. Now I can turn it up because we're all liquid.
All right.
So, looks pretty good. We've got a nice red base to it. Yeah. A little chili flake.
Okay.
'Cause, you know what I like to say, Derek. I like things spicy.
A little bit spicy, for sure.
Spicy. Now we're going to bring it up to temperature, and then for our seafood selection today,
What have we got here?
we have some lovely Icelandic cod.
Okay.
Fresh off the counter this morning.
Nice.
These are some Pacific white shrimp that I just chopped off, pulled the tails off.
Okay.
And then we have some lovely PEI mussels.
Nice.
Great time of year for mussels with
Is
cold
it really?
weather. Yeah.
This is the time to get them. I mean, it's sort of high time.
Well, I feel like these days mussels are in season all the time.
Right, okay.
But they're just particularly nice coming into the store these days. They're nice and big. The shells are full of meat when they open up.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so basically, you get this far, and you would need to cook this for about half an hour at home.
Okay.
To cook the potatoes, get them tender. You're going to know it's ready. You taste it. It's seasoned well. Your potatoes are tender. Your carrots are tender. You don't want any crunchy vegetables.
Right.
Then it's going to come to a simmer. Of course, now that it's totally cooled down.
It's okay. That's what we wanted it that way.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's starting to come up to temp. And basically, so you're at home. You've made this on Sunday. You're doing your meal prep for the week, and now
Yeah.
it's Wednesday night. You bring this up to temp. You take your fresh seafood that you picked up at Pelican Seafood Market
Of course,
Grill.
it's the only place to get it.
1500 Bank Street. We're just going to put all our seafood in there, and we're going to give it a little stir.
Just to go back, Ben. So for the seafood broth, are you just using the bones and that sort of thing?
Yeah, we sell the bones as well if you're.
Oh, you
into
do?
it.
Okay,
Yeah.
if you want to make it yourself, all right.
That's right. And it's basically, they're halibut bones. And I mean, a fish stock is the easiest thing to make. 45
Right.
minutes, fish bones, a little mirepoix, onions, celery. Some people add carrot. We don't add carrot because it changes the color. We like
Okay.
that nice kind of golden color.
Right.
Nice little clear look to it.
Yeah.
And 45 minutes, bring it to a simmer, turn it off, strain it. Fish stock's ready.
You're good to go.
Exactly.
You're ready to roll.
Super duper fast, and it's
And
really
could you freeze this
Yes.
as well? So freeze it ahead of time, and then again take it out whatever the night before or the day before.
We do sell it frozen in the store.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, in little 500 ml containers. But what I do is I take it home, I melt it, and I into ice cube trays.
Oh, that's a great
And then I pop them
idea.
into a Ziploc bag. So if I'm making a small pasta sauce and I only want a little bit of fish stock, I throw my ice cube tray of
Nice.
fish stock in there. It's nice until your wife tries to make you a gin and tonic and she uses a fish stock ice cube.
But it makes for a great story.
Exactly,
Right? And
yeah.
my wife has a famous saying, all bad decisions make great stories, right?
Your wife is very wise.
So you're going to come back, and we are going to talk tilapia because, as I mentioned off the top, just want to remind viewers, so Ben is going to come on the show each and every month, and moving forward, we're going to be asking you as viewers, I'll put it out on social media as well, what kind of seafood, fish, shellfish, you name it, what are you having perhaps trouble preparing, or maybe you're preparing it the same way over and over again, and you want a different idea on how to prepare it, you send us the note here at Daytime Ottawa. You can get a hold of me, of course, on X, formerly Twitter, on Facebook as well, Instagram, just reach out. But again, I'll put that question up on our social media for next month. We'll be back talking tilapia after the break. Ben here is going to show me how I should be preparing it properly. We'll be back with that right after this. Don't go anywhere.